this drawing in June, and then I was working on this drawing. I made the outline and everything. I worked on it for a bit, and then I realized that I'm just not feeling it right now. And so I stopped working on it and did not work on anything actually for a while. But it's September now, and I started continuing working on it. The idea of creating this painting was totally inspired by the book. I mean, I definitely took the reference from another painting, but the way I got inspired to make it was because I read Palace of Illusion. So I wanted to paint something that speaks by itself, not something that I have to talk about. And this is basically it. I am definitely like loving it. Not like I'm loving the art. I mean, obviously I have to love it. But apart from that, I'm also liking the idea of making this. Like, it just feels so refreshing. Like, I haven't painted in a while, so painting after so long makes me feel really good. And it was kind of a challenge for me to know where to start. And I actually started randomly, and I just didn't think much about it, and it's going pretty good. So I ordered these canvases a few days back, and these got delivered today. These are from Bistro, and I got them from Amazon. I went to buy the canvases offline from an offline stationery shop near my house, but the canvas was so small in size and the price was $2.90, like, and the dust particles were seeping in from the holes in the plastic it had, and it wasn't even branded. Like, that was the worst experience I've had, which is why I'm like offline shopping. But look at these, how cool they are. I have never really painted such a big surface, so I'm excited. Like, look at the size. I think, okay, where is the dimensions written? So this is 18 into 24 inch canvases, and look at that. I mean, I'm in love. For an artist, getting new art supplies is best thing ever, and I feel like these canvases are going to be good because I've already used, not that I've already used, but I always use paper from Bistro. Like, I have two sizes from Bistro, and Bistro is the only brand that I use for drawing sheets. Like, I have a sketch pad and I have paper sheets as well. Both 200 GSM and both are so good. Mixed media paper, but this is my first time trying the canvases and look at that. Anyways, I need to stop. So I was working on this, but then I kind of got bored because I've been working on this for a while now and it's almost done. So whenever an drawing is coming to an end, I always get bored. So I stopped working on it for a while because I don't want to rush it and ruin it at the end. So I was like, let's just take a break, start something else, like work on something else in the meantime while we can rest, take a rest from this. And yesterday I started working on it again and I feel like it's almost finished. Just this part is left, which I will probably finish today and post it on Instagram, because my art account has been dead for 3 years now and it's just not, I don't feel good to see that. So maybe I'll just post this. And also my table was a mess because I was simultaneously painting and working on this drawing, so all the paint and all the pencil colors were just sitting there, like not even sitting, just like mess was created. And yesterday I started working on another piece of work, which I'll insert the reference somewhere here, and it's my mom's photo. I clicked a candid picture the other day. Initially I thought I would paint, but then I thought let's not do experiment, because let's just keep it real and let's continue with realism, which I'm pretty much good at, like better at than painting, because I'm still a beginner in painting and it sucks. I was looking for references for my canvas paintings, because looking for reference while working on different media is so much different than looking for reference when you are just doing a portrait, when you're doing a painting, when you're doing something on like with posters, with acrylics. Like different media requires different kind of reference, at least for me, because I'm not really comfortable with making portraits using paint, so I never do that. And maybe one day I will be brave enough to experiment that, but not right now. So yeah, I'm going to just work on finding references, probably like a landscape. That's what I'm thinking. The moment of truth. So I'm using fixative. This is actually for pastel, charcoal and pencil. It's the very common fixative. We all use this one or the Bristol one. I have only used this one. So it's the same day, 12 a.m. right now. Actually, it's 11:42 p.m. So I already worked on that drawing and just finished Clairo's sketch that I've been working on for very long time now, but it's finally done. So I'm like really satisfied with the results. Like the outcome is so satisfying to me. Like I would really hang this on my wall. Anyways, the next thing that I'm working on right now, as you can see, is this painting. And so I decided to stay working on it instead of doing something new. So I'm working on the background, like all this stuff that the background has, because before I want to draw Krishna Ji, I really want to draw the castle and the detailing of the palace. It's not too much that I'm not like, it's not too much. I'm not going really in depth because the main idea has to be focused on what's happening in the scene instead of like giving details to the things. I'm not going to depth in them because I feel like the main focus is something else. The whole drawing is trying, like the whole painting is trying to portray something. So I'm not going to distract from that idea. Hey everyone. So last night I was working on my painting and it was turning out pretty good. So I worked on it for a while, and as you already know, this is how far I've come, and I'm really liking it. Like this part is still left and a lot of details, so this and that left in my drawing, so it's obviously not completely finished. But I started a new drawing today because I was being impatient and I wanted a change. And I always want to change. Like there's this thing about me that I cannot work on the same thing for a very long time. Like I have to keep changing, and if something starts taking too much of my time, it just I hurry over to complete it, and that's not what I want. So rather just change to something else and take a break from what you're making for a while. And this is actually my second break while making this painting because I already did the Clairo sketch and now I am doing another, which is secret project. I might get it framed before I even show it to anyone because I feel like that's the right thing to do. Like that just increases the amount of surprise that I give. And yeah, so let's work on it. I've already started the undertones. It all looks so weird and awkward in the beginning, but then when you start building up the skin or whatever over it, it just gets so much better, and I really like the way it turns out. Like the basic thing when you're making skin is just not how good you are using the beach color, but as well as how good you are at using it every possible shade that you see on your reference. Like for my reference, I just take out all my pencil colors and then I take the reference in front of me and just sort out all the colors that are in the reference. Even if there's just a bit of it, like just a touch of that color, I have to take it out and I just have to lay it down on my table and lay it down on my table as long as my drawing, as long as I'm working on my drawing, and build up layers and till it blends all together.
These are the shades that I picked out for the skin right now. And this is the skin, how it's turning. And this is the skin, how it's...
And I know you guys must be like, what the hell are you doing? Why the skin is purple? Why is it pink? Why is it orange? And why it's not this genuinely concerning? Why is it so like alien-like? I know that's what you're thinking. And that's a very obvious thought. It would come even to my own mind if I wasn't the one doing it. But trust me, guys, this is what creates realism. The layers. Not just one, but tons of layers that binds up together at the end and comes together as the real skin, and it just so satisfying for me to work on, which is why I think realism is just for me, because